This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium training session. This Infinium training session is entitled Who Hurt You? The Ridicule Factor. Now, my MGTOW brothers, as you're aware of, you have been encountering ridicule on a daily basis, and which, if you let the ridicule get to you, it can eventually wear you out and cause you to stray off of the MGTOW path. If you look closely at the ridicule you're receiving and consequently its source, you'll find that it is invalid, particularly as it concerns your MGTOW life. More importantly, ridicule, which comes your way because you're a MGTOW, is specifically designed to, again, pull you off of the MGTOW road. As well, many of the primary reasons you as a MGTOW receive ridicule is because you are free. And as with many things that you now deal with as a MGTOW, there are multiple levels to the ridicule you receive now on a daily basis. On a high level, we as MGTOW men receive ridicule corporately from sources like the media and women like Tomi Lahren. You'll remember that Tomi got on the airways, so to speak, on the internet with her trash debacle, ridicule laced video that she put out, and consequently, it backfired in a big way. And I would just say, as an aside, it backfired to the degree that it is as big as the Gillette debacle, which happened last year. It has done more for the red pill process and the MGTOW philosophy than anything in terms of opening men's eyes to what women are, what they are now, what they are like Tomi Lahren. But getting back to what I've been talking about in terms of ridicule, you will again receive ridicule on a personal level, not just corporately, as what happened with Tomi Lahren. You'll receive it on a personal level. And it is those pinpricks of that daily ridicule, which my MGTOW brothers can actually get to you, can actually cause you to be pulled off of the MGTOW path if you let it. I will give you some examples of what happens to me on a daily basis. Example given. I am regularly ridiculed at work for just minding my business and doing my job. I have been called mean, angry, antisocial, unwilling to date, whatever, just because I just go to work, mind my business, and do my work and go. And for that, I am a person which causes problems on my jobs, which that's not the case, but that's what happens to me. I have been called crazy, selfish, mean, etc. by my family and others because I will no longer share the technology which I have now in my possession. The technology which is allowing me to do my content creation as well as do other things. And because I have built this up by myself and not willing to do as I've done in the past in terms of allowing my family to use me to be stair steps to what they want to do. I now use my technology to help and advance what I need to do. And for that, it is you're selfish, you're being mean, you're you should not do that, you can't do that, that type of thing. But never mind that my family has, when I had my financial failure, my family regularly flaunted the highest Apple technology that like iPhone 6s and 7s, MacBook Pros, the expensive ones, the ones that are like $2,000 or so, flaunted it in front of my face when I was just working with a hacked into Motorola Droid Bionic to that was hooked onto T-Mobile prepaid so I can make phone calls for my work. But nevertheless, again, I'm mean, I'm angry, I am selfish, I am crazy because I don't share the technology I now have in my possession, which I built up from that Motorola Droid Bionic to what I have now, and which is now going to be built up into something further. But anyway, going further, I've been called an incel, homosexual, basically incapable of getting a woman, uh, can't get a date, don't like women, whatever, by my family, co-workers, women in general, because I refuse to do my duty by getting married. And as my sister put it a few weeks ago in a screaming, yelling argument, because again, I'm selfish and mean, I need to go out and do my duty and help some single mother uh, to go through her life with her kid that she had by somebody else. I need to do my duty. I have been called demonic, lazy, evil by so-called Christians because, again, I refuse to do my duty by getting married. Even though the Bible says it's better not to touch a woman, it's better not to get married. I've been called, again, demonic, evil, lazy. You will not go out and get a single mother and help her out and help raise her kid who has another man's blood in him or her, whatever. You will not deal with running around to family court because the other man is demanding that he should have some aspect of this child's life. You will not do your duty. So again, I am evil, lazy, crazy, you're homosexual, whatever, because I refuse to do my duty by getting married. I've caused women to have curse-laden meltdowns filled with all manner of ridicule just because I refuse their flirtatious advances. I can't even count the number of times I have been called rude, been cussed at, been just followed around in stores, women yelling at me and telling me that you just messed up because you will not flirt with me. You will not have anything to do with me. This is what happens to me. Again, my MGTOW brothers on a daily basis. And it's just a part and partial thing for what happens to me on a daily basis. I can expect these things to happen to me, again, my MGTOW brothers, on a daily basis because my lifestyle is one that is a MGTOW philosophy-led lifestyle. So, my MGTOW brothers, again, it is important for you to understand that you, as a MGTOW, live in a bizarro feminist plantation state where what is right is actually wrong. So, for instance, you are wrong for being a MGTOW, but what is right is, again, being a slave to the feminist plantation state, being a man that goes out and sacrifices his life for a single mother that really doesn't appreciate him. You are a slave. You must be a slave. You must do right by being a slave. The MGTOW philosophy tells you otherwise. It tells you that you do not have to be a slave. In fact, you are not a slave. You are a man who is free. This is antecedent against what everything the feminist plantation state says about you. Every bit of ridicule, every bit of criticism, it is antecedent to that. The MGTOW philosophy, again, because of its simple infusing power, encourages you. It says you are first, not the hypergamy of a woman. You are first, not the needs of a single mother. You are first, not the needs of female family members who have in the past used you and abused you. You are first. And those needs, those things that the feminist plantation state puts forward as primary become more than secondary. They become invalid to you, my MGTOW brothers. In a way, my MGTOW brothers, you are experiencing what the Bible says about true Christians, that those Christians are blessed when they are persecuted, when all manner of evil happens to them for the sake of Christ. That is written in Matthew 5:11. And likewise, you as a MGTOW, you will know you're on the correct pathway to freedom when the feminist plantation state, when female family members, when females in general will persecute you and ridicule you for being a MGTOW, for being a man who is going his own way, for being a man who puts his priorities first, which is himself, not the needs and the wants of a female, not the needs of a want and the wants of the feminist plantation state, not the doing your duty as being a slave to the feminist plantation state. You will know when the persecution comes your way because you have not done your duty. When the ridicule comes your way, that you are on the correct pathway. So, my MGTOW brothers, it is important for you to understand that ridicule will come your way no matter what. But it is the simple, infusing strength of MGTOW philosophy which will allow you to not only withstand that ridicule, but cause it to be irrelevant. So, my MGTOW brothers, again, this is why it is vitally important that you, on a daily basis, take your red pills and daily embrace the MGTOW philosophy. And again, finally, remember that it is you who is free, not the ones that who are ridiculing you. So, with that being said, my MGTOW brothers, go your way, be free, with the solace and the understanding that you are going in the right direction. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium training session. Now more than ever, my MGTOW brothers, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.